So many wonderful devotees have participated in Jagannath Ratha Yatra. So let us also celebrate the festival of the all auspicious Sri Krishna Janmastami. This is coming on 26th August 2024. So without much waiting, let us all start this session. And this session is only just advent of Krishna, no? How the Supreme Lord appeared in this material world, and what happened when he appeared here, and how do we celebrate Janmastami. These things I am going to cover maybe within 30 minutes. We can able to cover this. So, as you know, the Supreme Lord, he was nicely spending so much time, and he has come to this material world just to give his mercy, and he has given not only that, and he has created uncommon pastimes, Krishna Leelas. So I'm going to share a PPT. This PPT I already shared in last Sunday feast in my home feast. However, I found these are very nectarian. Just a moment. Okay, I think now you can able to see. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you very much. This program is dedicated to our beloved Guru Maharaj, Jayapatak Swami Guru Maharaj ki jai. So as you know, the Lord does not appear simply, but he appears for a specific purpose. The Lord says in 4.7, 8 and 9, 3 verses, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bharata, abhyuttana madharmasya tadatmanam srajameham. The Lord says here, O Arjuna, whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and the predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. This is the verdict of the Supreme Lord. The dharma, when become irreligious, the Supreme Lord has to come back and restore all this. And the next verse, the Lord says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. The Lord says here to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion. I myself appear millennium after millennium. The Lord has got unlimited avatars, as it is mentioned in scriptures like Nana avatara makaro bhuvaneshu kintu Krishna swayam sambhavat param pumanyam. The Lord has unlimited avatars, and Lord takes this advantage and to teach a lesson to the miscreants also here. So the first mission is to deliver the pious devotees, and next is annihilate to the miscreants, those who are against the Brahminical culture and religious scriptures. And most wonderfully, in this verse, the Lord says, Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vetti tattvattaha tvekta deham punarjanma naitimam etiso Arjuna. The Lord clearly says that how we can go back to the spiritual world, and one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world. But what happens? But attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. Lord is clearly saying, Janma karma chame divyam. So we are also taking so many births, but they are all material actually. So we have to take the reaction of the previous karmas. Then we are, entangled in this material world. And the result is we are supposed to take next body like that. But at the same time, whoever knows this Janma Karma Chame Divyam, and they don't have to, stay back in this material world, but come to the spiritual world. As you know, this Lord has given assurance for the devotee couples. And he appeared in 3 avatars as a son for the couple. And in the first avatara, he appeared as Prishni Grabha, son of Sutapa and Prishni. And for the same couple in the next avatara, he appeared as Vamanadev, son of Kashyapa and Aditi also. And in the third avatara, the Lord himself personally appeared as son of Vasudeva and Devaki. He became a Vasudeva. This is the mystery behind his appearance. So as you know, the Supreme Lord, even before appearing, and this Kamsa, he wanted to kill. So the Akashvani, it was prophesied that Krishna will take birth from Devaki and kill Kamsa. So this picture is about Karma trying to kill, Kamsa trying to kill Devaki so that Krishna is not born. But Supreme Lord Krishna's purpose is different, not only kill Kamsa, but also various other demons, those who have taken birth in this material world. So we'll move forward. The Lord is so great, and his birth is not material. That's why in 4.9 it is said, Janma Karma Chame Divyam. The Lord, before he enters into the Devaki womb, he appears in front of the couple and says that I have already fulfilled your desire for the 2 janmas, and this is the 3rd janma. I surely fulfill your desires. He gives his auspicious darshan for the couple Devaki and Vasudeva. Then he enters into the womb of Devaki Devi. So when the Supreme Lord enters into the womb of Devaki Devi, the demigods, they have been tortured like anything. They are struggling a lot by the atrocities of the demons, especially Kamsa. So all the demigods, they are praying because the Lord is within the womb, and their prayers are properly answered by the heard and answered by the Supreme Lord. So as you all know the story, even before the Supreme Lord takes birth, Lord's brother, who is called Balaram, he appeared as Sankarshana, and the Lord ordered Yogamaya, you transfer this baby to Gokul as the son of Rohini. So Balaram, was transferred. Then later, the Supreme Lord Krishna, he appeared in the Mathura jail as son of Devaki Devi. Then later, at the same time, at Gokul, Mother Yashoda has given birth to baby girl. So the Supreme Lord ordered Vasudeva to transfer him from Madhura jail to Gokul, and there, here in this picture, you can see that Vasudeva is placing Krishna next to Yashoda, and Yashoda had given birth to a baby girl, and she was none other than Maya, Durga Devi. She has been transferred to the Madhura jail. So as usual, Kamsa came, he wanted to kill the just born baby so cruelly. And this time also, as usual, he came, he caught the baby into the hands, and he was about to hit the girl to the wall of Madhura jail. But Yogamaya, who is in the hands of Kamsa, slipped from his hands and appeared in the sky with her 8 hands. And she warned, you fool, the Supreme Lord who is going to kill you has already taken birth. So it is a warning for you, like that she warned. So, but Yogamaya went into the sky and told that the boy who is going to kill him is already appeared. So Kamsa was in trouble now. So he really got puzzled, worried, fatigued, and he did not have proper sleep also. So at the same time at Gokul, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda and their parivar, they had a grand celebration. This is first Janmastami for them. So one important aspect I would like to share is the Lord's birthday is not celebrated in the spiritual world because the Lord is always present there. But whereas he appears in this material world just to benefit all the conditioned fallen souls so that we can celebrate his birthday very nicely and go back to Godhead. And Lord says in 12th canto and in other cantos also, especially to Uddhava, how to celebrate his Janmastami, his appearance day, and what are the footsteps to be made, how to decorate, and how to celebrate. Everything the Lord gives instructions. So we are in the habit of celebrating, our own birthdays. So celebrating our own birthday in Krishna consciousness is okay. Otherwise, it is bodily consciousness. Okay, we'll move forward. Because the Lord is so dear to his devotees, he appears as a son, friend, and well-wisher of all living entities. And here, especially for Yashoda, he is a pet. That's why he's called Yashodanandan. And he is also called Nandanandan also. Moving forward here in Srimad Bhagavatam, this wonderful words I have extracted. Shrinvatam swakata Krishnaha punya shravana kirtanaha prudi antasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhrutsatam. Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, Super Soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses the desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. So, daily we also do so many activities. Even we take bath also, but the heart is not cleansed because the heart is contaminated. But when you hear about Krishna, his Adbhuta Leelas, and about his pastimes, which are very nectarian, very sweet, and that kind words and those Krishna Katha enters into our ears and to the heart, and in the heart, whatever dirt is there, it can be cleansed only by hearing Krishna Katha and chanting the holy name of the Lord. This is the sum and substance of these words. So I'm just giving you pre-information. How do we celebrate Janmastami? And after this, we will go for some videos, how the Lord has advented. So this is very important aspect of our life, especially when we are in Kali Yuga. So we are supposed to fast on Janmastami. Nirjal fast is, first class fasting. And if that does not work for you, maybe we can take little water. And even with water also, if it is not possible, the next level is liquids. And with the liquid, it's also not possible, we can take fruits also. So this is what highly recommended for the devotees. Of course, devotees have got different health issues also. On those aspects, these types of fastings are recommended. Okay, then how to celebrate? Your service also to the Lord is very important. Many people, they celebrate in different ways which are not recommended in the Shastras. For example, if you eat on Janmastami too much, it is not recommended. As per scriptures, if anybody fasts on Janmastami, it is equal to millions and trillions of Ashwamedha yajnas. And you get unlimited, blessings from the Supreme Lord. Just because if you fast on this Janmashtami day. Okay, so what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to chant more rounds so that we can remember Krishna, and we are supposed to do the service and being humble in everywhere, maybe in the congregation or in the temple or anywhere, should be very humble and do this, execute the service. And you can give donations to the Vaishnavas and to the temple, and so that your rest of the money is purified. And for all your known people, you invite for Janmashtami, and thereby they will also get blessings, and it is very auspicious for them. And many people, this time Janmastami is coming on Monday. So Monday is working day, you may say, but it is said, no, anukulyena Krishnanusilanam. We need to make the situation favorable for the service of the Lord. So now itself plan nicely, and you can take leave on that day. So as much as possible, you hear more about Krishna from Parampara. Thereby, you are engaging all your senses into the Lord's service. And these are the things we are supposed to do. I have just given basic information. Maybe beyond that also, you can do it. So I wish you a happy Janmastami, 26th August 2024. So I stop here. And until this, if you have any questions, you are welcome. Otherwise, I will continue my class after some more minutes. Okay.
Other languages don't start that way, they didn't change.
So the Lord has done a wonderful activities like when he advented and he killed Putana and Trunavarta, Agasur, Bakasur, and also he showed his universal form to Mother Yashoda, and she got really puzzled. And later the Supreme Lord, he had been bound by the love of Mother Yashoda. And thereby, he delivered the Yamalarjuna trees. And like this, Supreme Lord Krishna has exhibited his Balya Leelas, childhood pastimes. He has killed, that Agasur, even Dhenukasur, and he taught a lesson to serpent Kaliya. Later, his elder brother Balram, he slays the demon Pralambasura. And there was a pastime of the Supreme Lord swallowing the forest fire, and the Supreme Lord steals the garments of gopis, and Brahmana's wives are blessed, and he has done super pastime of Govardhan Leela, lifting Govardhan Giri with his left hand little finger, and he became a wonderful Krishna. He did uncommon things, and all these pastimes are very, very nectarian by hearing from a bona fide devotees. So, and thereby Krishna and gopis there participating in a rasa dance. Suddenly Krishna disappears, and gopis started they singing songs that is called Gopi Gita. Daily we sing every Sunday especially, and also again they reunite, they again participate in rasa dance, and there were so many pastimes, unlimited. Krishna kills demon Kesi and Vyamasur, and Akrura pastime is there. Krishna Balram, he enters Madhura, and when they entered Madhura, there they did so many things. Like one hunchbacked woman, she got set right, and she invited Krishna, and Krishna actually went there, and he enjoyed all the offerings. And later, Krishna kills Kamsa. Then Krishna also rescues his teacher's son, Sandipana Muni. So Krishna, in this way, Krishna pleases all his devotees. So, and there are various other pastimes like Shamantaka jewel, Satrajit murdered, and Krishna marries the Pattamahishis, and later the Supreme Lord, he kills Narakasur, and he marries, the kidnapped queens, 16,000 queens he marries at a time, and he did Adbhuta Leela. Not only that, and in Dwaraka he constructed, 16,108 palaces, and Lord Balram, he did wonderful pastimes, and later Krishna's next generation, like Shamba comes into the picture, and like that Krishna, he does a lot of leelas. Sometime, Duryodhana humiliates, the battle between Salva and Vrishni. All these things we are going to, hear from senior Vaishnavas. I'm just giving a brief what we are going to do that. Okay, and Krishna Katha will be in different languages also, like in Telugu, Kannada, English. So my humble request for all of you to come every day, half an hour at least, so that you all will hear and you will be very, very happy and go to sleep very nicely and wake up for Mangalarati. And all these, 30 days will be very, very blissful. Okay, so without much waiting, I'm also playing one small video of a few minutes. You see and enjoy, and I will see you after this video. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Volume 1. Chapter 1. Advent of Lord Krishna. Once the world was overburdened by different kings, who were actually demons. The predominating deity of this earth, known as Bhumi, assumed the shape of a cow and presented herself before Lord Brahma. She related the calamitous position of the earth. Lord Brahma became much aggrieved. He at once started for the ocean of milk, where Lord Vishnu resides. Lord Brahma personally sat in meditation. The message was, the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, Krishna, personally appeared as the son of Vasudeva. Vasudeva, just after marrying Devaki, was going home on his chariot with his newly wedded wife. At that time, Kamsa, in order to please his sister Devaki, had voluntarily taken the reins of the horses of Vasudeva's chariot and was driving. When suddenly there was a miraculous sound vibrated from the sky, which announced to Kamsa, Kamsa, you are such a fool. You are driving the chariot of your sister and your brother-in-law, but you do not know that the 8th child of this sister will kill you. Immediately after hearing the prophecy from the sky, he caught hold of Devaki's hair and was just about to kill her with his sword. Vasudeva said to Kamsa, my dear brother-in-law, please consider that you have no danger from your sister. The danger is to come from the sons of your sister. There may or may not be sons in the future. Considering all this, you are safe for the present. If there are any sons born of her, I promise that I shall present all of them to you for necessary action. Kamsa was convinced by his argument. For the time being, he desisted from the heinous killing of his sister. After due course of time, Devaki gave birth to 8 children. When the first son was born, Vasudeva immediately brought the child before Kamsa. Kamsa, being compassionate upon him and pleased, began to speak as follows. My dear Vasudeva, you need not present this child to me. I am not in any danger from this child. I have heard that the 8th child born of Devaki will kill me. Why should I accept this child unnecessarily? You can take him back. At that time, the great sage Narada came to Kamsa, anxious to accelerate the descent of Lord Krishna. Narada warned Kamsa to be careful of the friends and well-wishers and all the demigods taking birth in those families. Kamsa understood that since the demigods had already appeared, Lord Vishnu must be coming soon. He at once arrested both his brother-in-law Vasudeva and Devaki and put them behind prison bars. Within the prison, Devaki gave birth to a male child year after year, and Kamsa, thinking each of the babies to be the incarnation of Vishnu, killed them one after another. He was particularly afraid of the 8th child, but after the visit of Narada, he came to the conclusion that any child might be Krishna. Therefore, it was better to kill all the babies who took birth of Devaki. When Devaki became pregnant for the 7th time, a plenary expansion of Krishna known as Ananta appeared within her womb. At that time, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, being compassionate upon the fearful condition of the Yadus, due to atrocities committed by Kamsa, ordered the appearance of his Yogamaya, or his internal potency. The Lord thus informed Yogamaya, "Under the imprisonment of Kamsa are Devaki and Vasudeva, and at the present moment, my plenary expansion, Sesha, is within the womb of Devaki. You can arrange the transfer of Sesha from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini." After this arrangement, I am personally going to appear in the womb of Devaki with my full potencies. Then I shall appear as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva, and you shall appear as the daughter of Nanda and Yashoda in Vrindavan. When this was done, people understood that Devaki's 7th pregnancy was a miscarriage. Thus, although Balaram appeared as the son of Devaki, he was transferred to the womb of Rohini to appear as her son. Thus, the eternal form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead was transferred from the mind of Vasudeva to the mind of Devaki, exactly as the setting sun's rays are transferred to the full moon rising in the east. In this way, Devaki became the residence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is one without a second and the cause of all creation. Kamsa saw the transcendental beauty of his sister Devaki, and he at once concluded that the Supreme Personality of Godhead had taken shelter in her womb. Kamsa began to think, what is to be done with Devaki? Surely she has Vishnu or Krishna within her womb, so it is certain that Krishna has come to execute the mission of the demigods. And even if I immediately kill Devaki, his mission cannot be frustrated. Kamsa finally decided not to kill Devaki right away, but to wait for the inevitable future.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Mataji's and Prabhuji's. Hare Krishna. ಅನ್ಕೊಂತಾ
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಾತಾಜಿ.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. మీరందరూ బాగా
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಾತಾಜಿ.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಾತಾಜಿ.
హరే కృష్ణ. సో
హరే కృష్ణ మాతాజీ.
ఓకే, హరే కృష్ణ. అందరికీ హరే కృష్ణ. ఇది మీరు అనుకోవద్దండి ఇంగ్లీష్లోనే ఉంటుందేమో నెలంతా అని అనుకోకండి. సో తెలుగులో ఉంటుంది, కన్నడలో ఉంటుంది. ఈరోజే ఫస్ట్ డే కాబట్టి మా ప్రభు అడ్రస్ చేశాడు. సో ఇక సీనియర్ లీడర్స్ సీనియర్ డివోటీస్ గ్యాదర్ చేస్తున్నాం వాళ్ళ అపాయింట్మెంట్స్. ఇప్పుడు 2 అపాయింట్మెంట్ దొరికింది, కాకపోతే వీకెండ్ అపాయింట్మెంట్. సో రేపు ఒక ప్రభు గురించి ట్రై చేస్తూ ఉన్నాము. ಕನ್ನಡలో ಕೂಡ ಕನ್ನಡನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ತೆಲುಗುನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನನಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಒಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ತೆಲುಗುನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲ್ವಾ ಮಾತಾಜಿ ಅಂತ. సో తెలుగులో కూడా ఉంటుంది, కన్నడలో కూడా ఉంటుంది, ఇంగ్లీష్లో కూడా ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఇది ఇక్కడ ఉన్న వాళ్ళందరూ రాధా గోపీనాథ్ సర్కిల్, హోల్ సర్కిల్ ఉన్నది ఇక్కడ మెంబర్స్. హోల్ సర్కిల్లో అన్ని మిక్స్డ్ లాంగ్వేజెస్ వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారనమాట. సో అందరికీ కూడా అందరి ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್, ಎಲ್ಲರ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಭಗವಂತನ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ 26th ಜನ್ಮಾಷ್ಟಮಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೇ ಬಿ 24th ವರೆಗೂ ನಾವು ಈ ಥರ ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗೋಣ. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಮಂಗಳಾರತಿ, ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ರಾತ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. ನಾಳೆ ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗೋಣ ತಿರುಗಿ 8 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಶಾರ್ಪ್. 8:15, 8:45ಗೆ, 8:45ಗೆ ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೈಮು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಬೇಗನ ಮಲ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ತಿರ್ಗಾ ನಾಳೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಮಂಗಳಾರತಿಗೆ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ, ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ, ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹರೇ ರಾಮ, ಹರೇ ರಾಮ,
ಹರೇ ರಾಮ, ರಾಮ ರಾಮ, ಹರೇ ಹರೇ.
ಗುಡ್ ನೈಟ್.